it's Lindsay from My Crafty Plans. Welcome back to my channel, or if you are new here, welcome and happy Planmas. We are moving along. If you don't know, I have a video up here on YouTube every day from December 1st till December 25th. I've got a playlist linked down below if you missed any of them and want to check them out. Lots of Plan With Me's, some hauls, unboxings, some vlogs, all kinds of fun stuff. So definitely check that out. Today we are going to be doing what seems to be y'all's favorite lately, my weekly planning routine. I'm going to be setting up in my functional planners, in my functional trio, as I like to call them, for the week ahead. So we've got my MakseLife. I use this for goal setting. So we're gonna start with my reflections from last week and then take a look at my weekly action items for this week. And by take a look, I mean set up. Then we've got a weekly overview spread. This week, I've decided to have some fun with stickers. I've got some cool Christmas stuff here, so I wanted to go ahead and use that. This is, again, gonna be for the week of December 12th. And while I'm filming this, it's actually the Sunday before this week. I am running just a little bit behind schedule, but still doing fine. I like to have all of this stuff done before the week starts. I've got some stickers from Two Lil Bees. This is from Home for the Holidays. I have the journaling kit on transparent matte and a couple of extras. I've also got the full regular vertical kit. I'm planning to use this in my memory planner though, so I may pull in a couple of stickers from this, but I'm gonna try and mostly be a little bit hands off with those sheets and also save some of the florals for when I plan in there, but we'll still have lots of fun. I've got lots and lots of washi and some fun pens picked out to do this. I'm gonna do all my stenciling and everything like I typically do in there. And then I've also got my daily duo. I did plan for Saturday in here already. I did that just on Friday. I never went back to it though. We were gone out of the house literally the whole day Saturday, like from very early in the morning until after bedtime, really after bedtime. So I didn't set up Sunday, and I just have like a little to-do list on my phone and working off Saturday. I'm not gonna go back and set that up. I just really don't feel like it right now, but I will get set up for the week ahead and plan with Monday. I actually think in total, this planner is about to be done. It's a 6-month planner and it ends at the end of this year. And I think maybe in total, I've skipped like 3 or 4 days in here. So I don't often skip days. And when I do, they're always on the weekend. But it's not a super frequent occurrence, but it does not stress me out to jump over a Sunday and just get on with my week. So I just pushed everything off to the side and I've got my weekly actions from last week. I have not revisited this since I wrote them. I did not do like a midweek check-in or anything like that. I absolutely love how I set up my reflections page. I can see that it's a little bit uneven because I did not count the dots. I just winged it with the ruler, but I actually really love how this is set up. So we're gonna do my reflections, but first I'm gonna go through all of this and just kind of see how things went. So I've done a really good job with PLANMAS so far. All of my videos have thus far gone up on time, so hopefully that continues. I did prep the giveaways. I took care of that. We are having a really great and busy weekend. I wrote my draft. We've done pretty well with screen time and the kids' routine piano. This has been like kind of a disaster. Our kids have been a little bit... Oof, we've been having some big feelings lately. That's all. I'll just phrase it like that. I had my dentist appointment, which was incredibly stressful, but totally fine. And then bedtime. I've done a pretty good job. I don't think I only missed like 1 or 2 days this week. I've done, you know what? I honestly, like, there has been some like kiddo chaos, but other than that, I've had a pretty good week and I'm feeling pretty good, except for that my neck was like incredibly painful. And that is still bothering me. It's not as bad as it was yesterday, but it's still bothering me. I couldn't do my invoicing last week. I never got my like commission sheet, so I gotta wait on that. And if you don't know, I work freelance and I do have one thing that I get like paid a commission on, so I wait to invoice my client until after they send me, you know, the commission inventory for the month. This is done, and this I would like to do today. So I'm not gonna check it off, but I'm also not gonna put it on my weekly things for next week because I do plan on finishing that today. It's started, it's just not done yet. So last week, I don't have like one specific thing that I want to highlight that's like a concrete item, but I do just want to say I had a really productive week, like a super productive week. And even more important than that, it was still actually pretty relaxing. I wrote an article last week and it didn't stress me out. We had impromptu half sick day, but the kids overall for the most part were in school. I got a lot done around the house. I got a lot done for work. I got a lot done for PLANMAS, and it was just still like, I don't know, a good and fun week. I think because a lot of what I'm working on right now is like PLANMAS related, but honestly, like in addition to being, it's not really work, and I so enjoy it. So I think that's contributing to the relaxing nature. So that was really fun. PLANMAS is going really well. I would love to get like a few more days ahead video wise. I am kind of uploading every day right now and editing every day right now. I would love to like be a couple days ahead, but we'll see what happens. I was at the beginning, but the editing is honestly the hardest part. I have some really fun collabs coming up next year that I'm just so excited for. So more channel stuff just going really well, like planning channels, all that kind of stuff in general. Has been going well, with one exception, which we will get to shortly in the not working section. I switched to the bigger pen. I think this pen is starting to run out. I have another one, so I might grab that before I start planning in my Agendio. For not working, okay, so I have not devoted any time to my goals yet, and I really want to start on that. So I don't even know if I need to put that in not working. It's not like I'm not technically behind or anything, but I just haven't done any of the reflections that I plan to do or anything like that. I just kind of got caught up this week. So this next week, as a lot of this next week is going to be prep for next year. So I just wrote, an empty house is a productive house, but there's only so much time in the day for lessons. Like can't, it's been really great to get things done, but can't get everything done in that, 7-hour school window. So for next week, I do have a PTA meeting. I also want to work on my 2023 goals, and also still PLANMAS stuff. I need to film my planner lineup video. I'm super excited for that. I was really struggling with like how I was gonna structure / set up that video, given there's like a little bit of, not uncertainty in my planner lineup, but like a little bit of, I've built myself a flexible zone of planners. So like a lot of stuff is going to be not an every week thing, and I wanted to try and figure out a way to structure that video that made sense. But I figured that out now, so I want to get all that done. Finish up the Christmas gifts, which are almost done. So that's good for reflections. Like I mentioned on a lot of these videos, where I've done the reflections, this is, I think it's really important and helpful to do this. It does not need to take a lot of time. You can keep things surface level if you need to. You can go deeper if you need to. It just it's a nice way to sum up your week. Okay, so that is done. So we can roll on, and it's week 50. And this is a Tombow Food and Nescafe brush pen. It's running out of ink. I also have a replacement for this because this is my favorite brush pen for using inside a planner because it's just got a smaller tip. This is, I would definitely say if you're newer to brush lettering, this one is not as easy to use as like the Tombow dual brush pen. It definitely takes a little bit more practice, but it's really nice for inside the planner. Although that I was just writing. I also just like writing in capital letters with my brush pens. I think it looks nice. So while I'm thinking about next week, I'm gonna do a setup over here. I think I'm gonna keep it a little bit stencily. I think I'm gonna make some just like boxes for this week. Grab the gray mild liner to add in like a pop of something, but I didn't want to add in color. But this is the pen that I use for the house like the physical environment category. So maybe not the best choice, but that's totally fine. I also feel like it doubles as the neutral, add in like a pop of something that's still very neutral. And I just felt like the black was going to be too bold on the line. I wanted to be able to see the pen line. So this is what we're going with. I am actually really excited next year to have like the Moxie markers. I can't wait to start on using those. And then you do with that, although I guess I could have just grabbed the darker gray, you do get like a darker gray that's called the Moxie gray, which you can use for accenting. But again, it is pretty dark. So that's my reflections page. Pretty cute. I do like that. So now we can jump in to weekly actions. And I'm actually, even though this month, personal has always been the category that I do last, but because of PLANMAS, I am actually going to just go ahead and do it first. And also because it's kind of a focus for this week. So I think I want to do focuses for this week. And I'm going to make my focus the goals. Like PLANMAS is very much still going on. So I give myself 4 things. So 1, like PLANMAS content. And then here are my 2 for goals. I would like to start on my reflections, the book that came with the MakseLife purchase for this year, and then also start on my like big goals brainstorm. If not, finish my annual goals this week. If I'm fine with finishing them next week, but I do want to start on my annual goals. And into fun and recreation. Let's go down here and then I'll see if I need to skip around. I actually think my focus here is going to be gifts. We just have a couple of gifts left to buy, mostly for kids, so I'm like not stressed about it because I feel like toys are pretty low stakes. So we've got a family birthday party, so I also need a gift for that. Finish up the rest of the gift stuff, and then also just our usual weekend plans. And also I wanted to check on some like skiing stuff for this winter, and also break plans, which are tangentially related. I don't think we're going to be able to go skiing over break. It would be nice, but did not have it together in time. I'm going to pop over to spiritual. It's PTA meeting week. We meet like once a month. And I've got a couple of things for that. And if ever you see this category, I feel like I say this all the time, and it looks like it's financial stuff, that's because I'm the treasurer of the PTA. But I put it in here because it's voluntary. And it's honestly, it's been so rewarding. Look, volunteering is always rewarding, but I've spoken about this before. Finances and organizing, that kind of stuff is kind of a jam, and it feels really good to be able to like help with that, and it's just like a very fit for purpose volunteering job, which I feel like for me makes it feel even more rewarding than it otherwise would. And I also do want to keep carving out that relaxing time. That's going well. Okay, I am gonna pop over. I feel like I do know what this week is looking busy. I feel like I know what's going on in all of these. Okay, so for work and learning, have 3 things that I want to do. 2 of them are like very minor, and then one of them is I am writing another article this week. So first, got to finish up the thing I was working on last week. It's publishing early next week. Just a follow-up. I'm going to put writing as my focus for this week. I think it probably was last week as well. Okay, and then I'm going to swing up to health and wellness. I have not had an exercise goal in here in a really long time. I've kind of like given up on that a little bit, but I am going to try and do 2 yoga videos this week. My neck and my back, it's just not in a good situation right now. And it's doing a lot better, but I think some yoga might help. And then I, related to that, would also like to book a massage. And hopefully I can do that before the end of the year, but we'll have to see. So we can go neck pain. Okay. Financial. It is the week where we find out what my husband's bonus is, which is very exciting. And then I have a couple, well, one, I have to do my invoicing because that will happen this week now. And then after we find out the bonus, I usually make like a plan to plan out like volumes that we're going to transfer from like our checkings and savings accounts into like our retirement and brokerage accounts and things. So for family and relationships, I'm going to say fostering calm, and this is likely wishful thinking. I'm not a calm person. But yeah, just working, trying to build towards like a peaceful dinner, which I just feel like would go a long way. We've got all of our regular stuff going on now. I'm just gonna give myself all the buckets here. I'm gonna put this last one. I had put this in my goals for in my family goals and not in my friend goals, like to try and see my friends. So I'm gonna just check in with them and see what they're up to, and maybe try and make some plans. All right, so I'm gonna mark that these ones are all routines. Actually, none of these other ones are routines. It's unlike me to have so many concrete tasks and so few routines in my planner, but that's fine. Okay, and then here, so we have some like large appliances that we need to get rid of. So that is like what I'm most concerned with, because I don't know if we could do that ourselves, like an old washer and fridge and stuff like that. Okay, so I think that's good. There's plenty of stuff in here for this week, so we'll see how it goes. This is looking really busy. I generally speaking, I don't like to have this much stuff in here, but it's a lot of smaller concrete tasks, so I do think it's like achievable. It's not an unrealistic set of weekly actions. But so that is my weekly actions for the week, so we can move on to my weekly overview. All right, so I am actually going to try the decorative base as a speed through. So what I'm gonna do is decorate up everything, do like some pre-decorating, and also set up my sidebar. This section is where I transfer my task list in from my MakseLife, set myself up a habit tracker, and just decorate this space up. And then I am gonna speed through that, and we'll do a voiceover, and then I will be back to go through the planner day by day to add in all of my events and everything throughout the week. So I am just jumping in by whiting out some of the darker lines. I usually do this, honestly, at this point almost every week, and then I am sticking down a little decorative corner there. I do realize that I put January down. I will go and fix that in a minute once I realize that I meant to put down December, obviously, and I'm just layering some of the stickers along with some washi, and then grabbing my trusty undo to to fix it, to make it say December. I was just thinking about how every single time I get undo in the mail, there's like something wrong with the package and some of the undo comes out. I don't know why this happens. I always buy it on Amazon, and yeah, I've had some mailing problems with undo, and it has a really strong smell if you've never used it before. So not the ideal thing to be spilling in the mail. But anyway, I just went through with some deco, and I'm alternating the pens here to just add a little pop of color in, just trying to have some fun. The colors in this kit were really, really soft and pretty, but it did have some brighter pops of red and like darker green in the deco, which I pulled into the pens too, which I always love when I do that. When I'm able to do that in a spread, I think it makes it look really, really fun when the stickers are a little bit softer, but you can add in some bolder colors. Anyway, then I'm transferring over my weekly action items to my task list. This is a really long one this week because I did have a lot to do on my to-do list, and then I'm going to set up my habit tracker after this, and I really just didn't want to have too many habits to keep track of this week. I've talked about this before, but I haven't been finding it super helpful to track like 10 different things every week, so I've been trying to keep it like under 5 most weeks, and so I did 4 this week, and just focus on a couple of key things. I am still doing the other habits and trying to do them every day, but I just try and just focus on a couple for tracking at a time. And then I'm putting in my meal plan, our takeout night, and just our dinners, since I had already done my meal planning since I'm filming this on Sunday. And that's it for the base. So that's a little bit of a base and my meals for the week. I am going to add in a little bit more decoration, but before I do that, I do want to go through and do my like day by day and put in any stuff that I have for the week, and then I can kind of flesh things out with stickers a little bit more. Starting with Monday, this pen was one of the Erin Condren freebies from the Black Friday sale, and as soon as I got these and like swatched them and saw how thin the point was, I was like, oh, those are gonna be so fun to stencil with. So I'm gonna pull them out this week. I've got a red one and a green one pulled out. So on Monday, and then I've got some work stuff that I can swing down here and write in. While I'm down here, Tuesday is actually going to be a double publish day. You know what? Actually, I'm going to save that because a slightly different pink than the pink I used at the top. But I think it's going to be okay. Tomorrow is actually trash day and it's box day, which is my favorite of the trash days. All of those boxes out of the house, our box collection is only like once a month, which is very unfortunate. Then on Tuesday, I need to do some Gap returns. We had a family holiday party this weekend and there was a little bit of a size mix up and somebody bought like my 4-year-old a bunch of clothes in his big sister's size that are like absolutely huge. So I gotta go try and exchange some stuff. Stick this in right there because it's on my hand and I don't feel like I did that. Okay, then Wednesday is gonna be like a big work and filming day again, and Thursday we have the cleaners. And then Friday, lots of stuff. My husband doesn't have work Friday, and then also there is a Hanukkah show at the preschool. So that should be super cute. Okay, so then Saturday night, so I'm gonna put it at the bottom here, there's an event and I'm just not 100% sure if we're going or not. But it's like a family thing that we may go to. So I'm just gonna leave space for it. On Sunday, my daughter has her morning activity, and then there is actually a birthday party for their cousin in the afternoon. It is also the first night of Hanukkah, which won't come into play until later, and which I like totally forgot about. While I'm over here, we've got some things that we always do on Sundays, which actually we can still do because we'll have time in the morning, which is groceries, laundry, and then that's pretty much it for Sunday. Saturday, we will need a game plan for the day, so I'm not going to put anything in there yet. I will leave that blank for right now. Okay, so I think that's it for like concrete events that are scheduled for a specific day. So I'm going to put in some other stuff now. Starting with, actually, I think I'm just going to go right across the bottom, except for on the weekends, obviously, and put in my videos for the week. Okay, this one will have been a memory plan with me, and this one will either be up Tuesday or Wednesday, so you will be getting to see this soon, but I'm just gonna wait on that. So that'll be for my videos for the week. For on this day, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in this direction, and that will be for content prep stuff, and then let's make a checklist here. So some content stuff for the week that mostly is going to be like quick stuff and prepping stuff because I'm not going to have a lot of time for filming. Oh, except for that, speaking of not having time for filming, I am actually planning to film a vlog on this day. Thought that would be fun. It's a nice busy day, which kind of makes things, you know, move along on a vlog. I'll just kind of do it like that, and then kind of think that's it. I'm gonna get some washi in there in a second, but I want to sketch out some other things. So on this day, I'm gonna do like writing time in the morning and then a bunch of big like filming and all kinds of stuff in the afternoon. Okay, so I took a break, so I have no idea what I was talking about because I had to upload the footage and then I got stuck, and it's all fixed now, and I went downstairs. So I don't know what I was talking about, but I'm gonna finish out by putting a couple of other regular tasks in and then decorating slightly more, and then we can move on. So on Wednesday, I'd like to do a lunch prep and a big tidy up. Thursday, we wash the sheets and towels. Then I'm just gonna take a quick look at my other stuff here. I'm gonna squeeze the invoices on Wednesday, and then maybe for Thursday we can do like a scheduling and calendar sesh, and also just do like a big film prep for Friday. Okay, so calendar sesh will take care of a lot of this stuff related to filming. This is gonna be goals work. And probably do more of that on Friday as well. So I feel like that's kind of everything. Every day, pretty much be editing, uploading, all of that kind of stuff just with PLANMAS going on. But that is pretty much it for the known things. So I am gonna leave myself 2 boxes for the whatever activities I do with the baby. One on Tuesday and one on Thursday. Good. And then I am gonna do a little bit of decorating. And if I need to pull some stuff up, I always can, but I don't usually, because once I get into the specific day or like the day before, really, what I end up doing is not updating it in here so much as just doing it in my daily planner. But what I will do is I will use this like earlier in the week to keep an eye on what I have going on, and then like say on Monday, if I have a work call that ends up getting scheduled for Friday, I would go ahead and put that in. But if it's Monday and I have a work call scheduled for Tuesday, then I might just, well, for a work call, I would probably still put it in. But if I, like Monday afternoon and I realize I have to go to the dry cleaner Tuesday morning, I probably won't put that in here. I'll just put it in my daily duo. But like something major or something later in the week, I will put that in. So I, generally speaking, just do like glance at this every day while I'm setting up my planner and check in with it and make sure that I'm getting everything done. And I also will check things off my habit tracker, etc. So, you know. Okay, so Monday's all good. I wanted Monday to be like all set up. Tuesday I will leave myself a little bit of space, but I definitely won't need like all of this space. I might leave myself some space up at the top and then just put something here. And if I don't end up needing a lot of this space, I will use like some of the larger deco. I don't want to say that I'm hopefully I won't have to do like any work on Friday, but just because of my writing schedule, I might have to do like a little bit of something. So I'm not going to block up all the space, but I will take some of it away. I try not to do very much work on Fridays. Okay, that's really fun. So throughout the week, I will, of course, add to this, and I will post finished spreads. Also, I will definitely film a daily planner check-in, planning routine video at some point later in this week. So if you check that out, you will get to see this planner again, how it's coming along, and update it a little bit with me because that's something I'll film later in the week. But I think that's it for this planner for right now. So now I'm gonna set up for Monday. I think maybe I'll go with the string lights so that it matches. I really wanna use that plaid, which I definitely will later in the week, but this way the picture that I take for the thumbnail matches. I prefer the 15mm up at the top, or the one that's even skinnier, or the really skinny washi. So I think I'll do this pink. I actually really like the way pink looks with this color, the green, the December teal color. I've been using my pink mild liner a lot in here. So last week in my planner, I was counting up the days of PLANMAS, which was, it's the same as the date. So I think this week in here, I am gonna count down them. So then that would be, I posted a like washi cleanup reel today, and Irene, actually, who's the owner of Simply Gilded, actually commented on it, saying that she is always so impressed with how many rolls I use in like a given week or two. And I was like, that is incredibly flattering. So yeah, I do. I try and use like a lot of different washi's in my planners. It's really, really fun. So I just grabbed the In Bloom pen that matches with this month. So I am gonna vlog this day. I do have a PTA meeting. I'm actually gonna just go ahead and put that in first before I forget, since it is a time sensitive or at a specific time thing. Also means I need to do the PTA, like update the financials before I go to that, so I can give my update in the morning. Got my work stuff on, content planning. I was looking at my phone because I didn't use my planner yesterday. So what I do whenever I don't end up planning the day, whenever I don't get to my daily duo the day before, which honestly, it probably happens like once every other week, maybe slightly more than that. It's almost always on a weekend day, but I almost always set up my daily duo the day before. But if I ever don't, what I do is I just make a to-do list on my phone. I use an app called Notion, which I use for a bunch of other things as well, including like my notes for my memory planner. And that is like the bare minimum. So if I don't put pen to paper, then I at least have the list on my phone. I much prefer to have my planner set up for the next day, even if it's something like a very minimal setup. But if I ever don't set up my planner, then at the bare minimum, I at least just like run through my thoughts before I go to bed and add a to-do list into my phone. That way I remember everything the next day. So I'm going to work until I leave, basically. I'm not really sure why I drew that. Can take care of a couple of admin things in the morning and also just finish up my work until I have to leave. Then when I'm done, I will have lunch and then I will finish up my work. I don't think I'll have enough time to do it all, and do like my content prep and some life admin stuff. There, I can make myself a little doodly arrow because that will take longer than the time I allotted it to. Then we have bus and carpool again. And whatever I decide to do after the kids have gone to sleep, which is probably going to be like filming stuff because I don't think I'll have enough time to get like all my video prepped and everything. You never know. I'm just going to leave myself a checklist down at the bottom, which I'm not going to fill out now because I don't know what's going in it, but just for like any pictures or content-y stuff. But that is it for Monday. I've gotten very fast at these daily duo spreads, if you haven't noticed, which is fantastic because it is super, super functional to me and it does not add in like a ton of time to my day, and it makes me feel so incredibly organized. I absolutely getting a daily duo. I was really nervous about this. When I bought it, I wasn't sure it was the right choice at all, but it was definitely the right choice. Okay, so that is everything. This was my weekly overview spread, the daily duo spread you just saw me set up, and my weekly action items for the week. We are through my full planning routine. I feel like I made really good time on that today, so I'm very happy with that. Glad to have it done. Love having this all the way set up before the week starts. It just gives me such a head start on Monday morning. I always feel like that anyways. But anyway, that's all for today. So thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments something you are looking forward to this week. I'm definitely looking forward to our first night of Hanukkah and having some fun with the kids for that and eating so many latkes. Don't forget to come back tomorrow to see what my video will be, because it is PLANMAS after all, so I will be here every day until December 25th. In the meantime, you can subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and follow me on Instagram and TikTok at MyCraftyPlans for even more planner fun, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye!